So far we have seen functions which do not have an argument. So a function draw shape that takes no argument and exhibits an executable statements, let's say hello. So this is a complete function. When you invoke it, you simply call the function name, or you write the function name followed by the parenthesis, and you save it. It says hello. So this function gets executed. Now, having this as a function will not be very meaningful if it is always bind to a particular output. We might require to have APIs that will give us dynamic data. For example, I want to print the name of students of a class. Then that name cannot be passed altogether in one function. So there should be a provision of having this information dynamically. For that, we will have functions with parameters. So if we say function print student name and then pass name as a parameter. So here this thing, whatever is added within this parenthesis, is called a parameter to the function. You hover over it, it says parameter name, right? So this is the parameter of a function that is included in its declaration. Now if we say console.log and print name, so this function is now taking dynamically information and then using that information to process. So if I say print student name and then John and print student name and foo. So these are now, I do not have to write different functions, but I can simply call these functions with different values to get this information. For another example, let's say that we have a function called add numbers that takes two numbers and prints the sum of these numbers. Okay, so I can have x plus y printed here, and then if we want to see add numbers, pass 3 and 5, add numbers and pass minus 3 and 5, and we will see the output. So it says 3 plus 5 8 and minus 3 plus 5 is 2. So the function is declared with two parameters a and b. Function is called using its name and passing these arguments, these different arguments. Here you notice that you can call a function as many times as you want. This gives the reusability property of a function. Within a class, within a file, or in different files, across the files, across modules, you can always invoke a function. You will write a function once and then call it multiple times with different arguments to fulfill the requirement.